A blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for tuning in. So, in this one, we're going to talk some cricket. Now, we're going to take a look at the opening situation where West Indies T20 cricket is concerned. I personally believe that coach Darren Sammy has found himself in a very good spot. My reason for saying this, we have only had a couple of games in the CPL so far. And we have seen where a couple of openers, they have been pushing forward. Obviously, I'm not saying that they need to be put into the West Indies T20 squad right away. Obviously, I'm not saying that these guys are just going to go ahead and win us everything at the international level. No. I'm just saying it's always good to have healthy competition. And there are a couple of players, probably about 4 or 5 openers that I'm going to identify in this video that I am sure in the back of their head or in the back of their mind, they are looking and saying, well, I want that spot there, you know. I want that spot. So we're going to talk about the opening situation. So just give a listening ear. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. You can also make sure you leave a comment in the comment section. All right. So we have been searching for our opening pair for a little while now. Right? Since the whole T20 thing at the international level, we have had quite a few openers. Chris Gayle, Evan Lewis, Lendl Simmons. We have seen Kyle Mayers, whole heap of people, But as we speak right now, we are still in search of a good opening pair that we can say, yes, if we are playing a series, these are definitely the 2 guys that will go out there, right? After the South Africa series recently, Ravman Powell did an interview and he said that Brandon King is the first choice opener and he will come back. So obviously they know the first choice opener. But we don't know who we can put along with Brandon King to say, yes, this is the best pair. Or we don't even know when Brandon King returns what the form will be like. So I'm just saying, 5 or 6 players in the CPL working for that one or both spots is something good. You understand? And I mean, we have a couple of them scoring some runs. Obviously, 1 or 2 innings will not work. You want them to do this right throughout the CPL for us to really say, yeah, man, time for us to give them a look in. A first time look in or a look in again. Right? Now, it is always good, as I said earlier, to have players fighting for a spot. Healthy competition in every sport is what you're always looking for. Now, Shea Hope, Brandon King, who is now out of the CPL, right? Kyle Mayers, Alec Arthanes, Johnson Charles, and a couple of others, right? Even Louis, who recently made his test debut, will probably want to put his hand up for that spot. Because I can tell you, we all love test cricket and want the players to play test cricket. But in the back of their minds, T20 cricket is there. It's a way to make a quick income. And remember, they are playing the game for a living. So people will always be looking at that. Even the youngster, Joel Andrew. We might not want to say it, but believe me, you understand, he is off to a good start. Not opening, obviously, but eyes are actually on him where T20 cricket is concerned. You understand? So, I'm going to just talk a little bit about some of these players. Going to take a look at their stats and, see where they are at. Because, I mean, the CPL, as I said, it's a perfect opportunity for these players to go out there and show that they should be a part of the plan or a part of the project going into the World Cup, into 2026 World Cup, right? So a couple of them ages on their side, so obviously that is good. Evan Lewis, let's start with Evan Lewis. If you are an avid watcher of this channel, you will know how much I rate and respect Evan Lewis as a player. I have said it several times. After Chris Gayle, Lewis, in my opinion, where West Indies T20 cricket is concerned, is our best opener when he's fit and firing in form. I appreciate Lendl Simmons, Fletcher, all those guys that would have played for us for an thing. But in my opinion, a fit and firing Lewis is always there. It was good to see him getting a century last night. Unfortunately for him, he got that century and his team did not get across the line, right? But it's a start. You understand? The first couple of games we saw him, he looked good, he looked fit in the field, right? He's running around in the field looking good, he's catching well as usual, and he's hitting the ball without trying to muscle the ball, hitting the ball smoothly, right? So it's good. I am not one of them that go and say, well, he scored 100, get him back in the team right away. I am not an idiot, right? I know the situation. I don't have in-depth details, but I know that there is always, there were some issues between him and CWI. I remember prior to the World Cup, he was asked to join the camp. Don't know if you believe he wasn't going to be a part of the final squad. He was asked to join a camp, whether to help get the players ready or what. He said he wasn't available. I don't have information as to why he wasn't available, right? So that was it. In the past, we have seen fitness issues, all of them sort of things. But if we're talking about pure talent, the youth is talented. And as I said, he needs to continue performing like this. Last night when he scored that century, I see a lot of people crawling out the woodwork and saying that is why he needs to be in the team. That is why we need more Trinis in the team. But I need to stop the foolishness. Stop behaving as if it's not West Indies cricket, right? You are behaving as if Lewis wasn't absent in terms of performance for the last 2.5, 3 years. One of my favorite players, yes, but I can call it for what it is. The last time we saw him in 2021, he scored some runs, led St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots to the title. I think it was 2021. We haven't really seen much from him since. Couple of injuries and stuff, right? Couple of injuries, we don't know professional sport. Man going to get injured. But him scoring that 100 last night, it's a good reminder to us that he's a talented player. But let us not behave as if he was scoring consistently over the last 3-4 years and we just decided not to look at him. So it's a good start. Lewis, we definitely want to see him continuing, right? So in terms of his numbers, let me just remind you. So Evan Lewis, where T20 international cricket is concerned, 53 games, 1,465 runs, best of 125 not out, average of 29.89, right? At that level, 2 centuries, 10 50s. Let me say this. It's not easy to average above 25 as a opener in T20 cricket. You might look and say that you're batting when only a couple of guys outside the circle, but a lot of chances, a lot of risk you have to take. You understand? So at one point in time, he was averaging, I think 30 or 31. It has dropped, but definitely looking forward at Lewis. Now, Brandon King is the next person that would be looking for that spot or one or two spots. Unfortunately for him, my people, the injury that he picked up in the World Cup, the side strain, seems as if he hasn't gotten over it. And I doubt we're going to be seeing him anytime soon. But, he's also a player that, we really and truly want to see him out there, right? In T20s so far at international level, 55 games, 1,395 runs, base of 85 not out, also averaging 29.06, right? Good 10 50s. So Brandon King definitely will be looking to recover and regain his spot in the team. He's 29 as we speak, 29 years of age. So good. Now, Johnson Charles, who was recently among the T20 squad, right? That played against South Africa. Didn't get an opportunity, but will also want to show his worth in the CPL for the St. Lucia Kings. The 2026 World Cup, it's a bit away. He's 35 now, so he will have to consistently score runs right up to then for them to really continue investing in him. But he has always been somebody that when he's in form, you can get some runs from him, right? In the 57 games, 1,302 runs, highest score of 118, average of 23.25, 105 50s, right? So that is Johnson Charles. Kyle Mayers now, who had a very good night last night. He scored 92, took 2 catches and picked up 2 wickets. He's somebody that we have seen at the top of the order for West Indies also. Didn't have a very good last couple of games. Basically dropped out of the pecking order, or dropped down the pecking order. In 38 T20 international, 762 runs, high score of 73, average of 21.77, 350s. So he will also look to have a very good CPL to see if he can wiggle his way back in. As I said, these are some of these guys, they can open, they will bat at 3 or 4, but we have seen them at the international level opening already. Right? Alec Arthanes is the next one. He opened in the series against South Africa along with Shea Hope. And we know of his talent, right? All three formats. We know how talented he is. We know that he is not afraid to play his shots. Something that a lot of our cricketers, they stay away from. He's doing it in terms of sweeping the ball, right? The normal sweep, reverse sweep. He's not afraid to pull out those shots. So in T20 so far, 4 T20s, 75 runs, average of 25. So he will definitely try to use the opportunities gained in this CPL to push his name up the pecking order. Mikel Louis, who is now our test opener, he also scored some runs the other night, got a half century actually, and will be looking to put his name in the mix. So it's very interesting, my people, very interesting as we continue to watch this CPL, right? Shea Hope, we don't know Shea Hope's stuff already. He's an established player, one of the best we have produced in terms of ODIs, so he will also look to show what he's capable of. You understand? As I said, we don't know who they're gonna try as they go along in the CPL, in the opening spot. But it is a position that I think going forward, Ravman Powell, Sammy, and the selectors will be looking to really rectify, so they can say, yes, these are our two openers. If we're giving other people a chance, then we can give them a chance, but these are the guys that we're looking for. I think that is a spot that really and truly needs to be ironed out. So, I just wanted to highlight that. You can let me know what you all think. Big up.